Last week, we took a look at how to improve your Metro Gold without the use of bullet building, but today, we aren't holding any punches. So what exactly is bullet building, and why did we avoid it before? Bullet building is an alternate advanced route for Metro Kingdom that cuts out collecting the musicians and instead replaces the moons with the slots moon and 2 moons in the bullet building sub-area. All up, this route saves roughly 2 to 3 seconds when done perfectly, but achieving said time save isn't as easy as you might think, which is why most don't recommend it, especially with it being so much later in the run. I've got 2 clips that are playing right now to show you a bit of a comparison. Once they're done, we can get right into the nitty-gritty of this route. There are some mistakes in both of these clips, but they more or less just equal out, and I made sure to clean up any obvious discrepancies. So, you've seen the difference. You've seen the time save. But how exactly do we go about making the switch to this route? Well, first of all, outside the clips shown, Metro is exactly the same, so we don't have to retouch on those portions of the route again in this video. But once you've grabbed the moon in the girder, spin pound out exactly the same as we do in the other route, except once you dive out past the boxes, instead buffer a spin pound and then spin pound to the right. Then, continuing with your momentum, run into the slots room. In the clips before, you probably looked at this moon and thought it was pretty straightforward, but honestly, I think I found learning this to be harder than the actual bullet building sub-area back in the day, up until DD actually taught me how to do it properly. So how do we go about doing it properly then? As soon as you enter the room, you want to be making your way to this tile on the floor. It's as far away as you can be while still being able to talk to the NPC. Talk to him, spam through his dialogue, and once you press the A button for the last time, hold up left on your analog stick and continue walking until you touch this tile on the floor. As soon as you do, input a spin throw. If you've done it correctly, you should grab all of the slot moons instantly, granting you the moon. This strat is a little awkward and heavily time and position based, but it's the best way to get it done. Once you've grabbed that moon, instantly dive and roll out the door. Buffer a spin pound and spin pound out the door while avoiding the railing and the other building. At the end of your roll cancel, and throw out Cappy towards the pole on the street corner. You have to wait before you input a motion control, as you need Cappy to be as far out as possible, but as soon as you've captured it, flick yourself forward towards the bullet building sub area. Run until Mario begins to slow down, then just start rolling. As soon as you're in the sub area, you're on a timer, so nothing can really go wrong or you won't grab the bullet bill on time. Instantly jump, then throw Cappy towards the pylons and dive. Use the Cappy return jump to cap dive onto the left side of the moving pylon. Once you've grabbed it, jump and dive onto the other pylon, then jump and cap dive. I like to neutral bounce on Cappy here, as I'm usually too fast for the cycle. I know that sounds weird, but it's a thing. And I need to kill a little bit of time, but basically as long as you don't dive onto the next pylon until it starts moving, you're usually fine. Once you're on the final pylon, make sure you let go of the trigger button. Press right on your left analog stick, then jump off, delay for a bit, then cap dive, delay until just before you see the platform, then throw out Cappy, hold him out, dive, and shake to home in with Cappy. Jump into the moon and kill your momentum if you can. Once you've grabbed the moon, hold forward, and as soon as you land on the ground, not the dumpster, long jump, delay, then cap dive and dive onto the platform. While diving, buffer a spin pound, and once you've landed, instantly spin pound. Cap dive forward, and here I like to neutral bounce, as that's what best fits the cycle I generally get, but adjusting your position is going to be a case-by-case basis depending on when you hit this point in the cycle, so I can't really give you a direct example. Unfortunately, this is one you're going to have to work out on yourself, but neutral bouncing usually works here for me. Once you're at the peak of Mario's neutral bounce, do an up throw and hold out Cappy. Once the bullet bill interacts with Cappy, you should instantly capture it. Then, all that's left is heading towards the right as the bullet bill, making sure to do the bullet bill speed minute. Then, as you're approaching the moon, there's actually a little platform that we want to try and avoid, or the bullet bill will just crash into it. I usually just YOLO it and hope for the best. That's not really the best approach, but I asked around and DD said he likes to try and take it at an angle to avoid crashing, and Tyrone also said he tries to tilt the bullet bill's angle just before touching the wall to try and avoid crashing into it. Once you fly past the moon, uncapture the bullet bill to jump directly into the moon. Then, once collected, wait until you're tippy-toed just just touches the floor, then open your map and teleport to the checkpoint above City Hall to continue the route like normal. And that's it. You now have all the knowledge required to tackle this obscure route in Metro Kingdom, one of the last kingdoms that needed to be made harder, really, to be honest. So get out there, start saving 2 or 3 seconds in a kingdom that's already kind of scary, and, well, I don't know, do the swag strats and stuff. Whatever. Did you guys know that about 90% of the people watching these videos aren't subscribed? If you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future uploads.